The Turkish submarine fleet is in the midst of one of the fastest and most ambitious modernization efforts in its history. Over the past few years, Ankara has commissioned advanced German-derived Reis-class attack submarines and accelerated the fully domestic MİLDEN national submarine program, designed to move Turkey from licensed production to a domestically developed strategic underwater capability. Immediate and tangible upgrade is the Reis-class submarine Type 1 for TN, built in Gölcük under license and with the participation of local industry. The lead vessel, TCG Reis S-330, was officially commissioned in August 2024, bringing the Turkish Navy a modern air-independent propulsion submarine that can stay underwater for significantly longer than older diesel-powered boats. Enhancing stealth, the Reis submarines introduce modern combat systems, heavy-duty torpedoes, and the ability to launch anti-ship missiles from torpedo tubes, significantly increasing their lethality underwater. Production continues apace. The second and third hulls have already undergone trials and are being launched. The third, TCG Muratreis, will be launched in 2025, and more units are under construction and installation at Gölcük. Key design features showcased in official and industry presentations indicate that MİLDEN will emphasize extended underwater endurance through fuel cell AIP or advanced battery AIP hybrids, narrowing the stealth gap with nuclear-powered vessels during certain missions. Modular payload options, including torpedo tubes plus vertical launch VLS cell banks for cruise missiles, an architecture that expands the mission set from anti-surface, anti-submarine warfare to land attack, and sea denial, maximum local industrial content with sensors, combat system integration, and weapons increasingly produced in Turkey to reduce foreign dependence and keep critical know-how onshore. While the Reis class enhances near-term capabilities, MİLDEN represents Turkey's strategic leap towards a truly indigenous next-generation conventional submarine. MİLDEN is domestically designed and, according to Turkish naval and industrial announcements, is envisioned as a larger and more formidable diesel-electric submarine around 2,500 to 2,800 tons according to published estimates that will integrate Turkish sensors, weapons such as the Akya heavyweight torpedo and Atmaga anti-ship missile, and most importantly, AIP technology and its own vertical launch capability for cruise missiles. Turkish defense sources and media report that the concept and initial design phase of MİLDEN has been completed, and construction activities have entered the initial production phase around 2024 to 2025. If realized, MİLDEN would make Turkey one of a relatively small group of countries capable of designing, building, and arming advanced non-nuclear submarines with cruise missile strike capabilities. A significant shift in regional power projection. The success of both Reis and MİLDEN depends on a thriving domestic defense industrial base. Turkish companies' shipyards, electronics, and armaments have been integrated into the Type 114 work package and have used the projects as absorbing learning opportunities. Institutions such as ASFAT and companies like SDM, ASELSAN, ROKETSAN, and ROKETSAN-related suppliers have been publicly identified in connection with the system, while state directives prioritize local content, certification, and exportable production lines. The phased approach, building Reis under license to acquire skills, then transitioning to domestic MİLDEN, mirrors models used elsewhere and minimizes the risk of one-step leaps. Regionally, stealthier submarines give Turkey greater control over coastal zones and choke points in the Black Sea, where the presence of submarines can complicate naval operations. Medium-sized ape vessels are invaluable. The addition of MİLDEN vertical launch cruise missiles also means submarines can contribute to strategic deterrence and long-range strikes without having to surface or deploy larger surface platforms. NATO partners will be watching with interest, noting the implications for interoperability, export potential, and regional stability. At the same time, indigenous attack-capable submarines bring political considerations. Neighboring states and extra-regional navies may reassess deployment patterns, surveillance investments, and anti-submarine warfare cooperation. For Turkey, this capability increases independent operational flexibility, but also increases the responsibility to maintain secure command, communications, and safety standards for increasingly capable platforms. Beyond conventional platforms, Turkish naval leadership and industry commentators have discussed long-term nuclear submarine ambitions, sometimes referred to in media reports as the developing MİLDEN program label. For conceptual planning, while the nuclear propulsion track record remains preliminary and aspirational, the combination of domestic conventional programs, the growing scale of shipbuilding, and political will suggest that Turkey remains open to avenues that could ultimately include nuclear propulsion research or deeper collaboration with partners. This means that MİLDEN could be both an ultimate goal and a technological stepping stone. Ambition does not eliminate risk. Key challenges include integration of complex systems VLS. Combat systems is technically demanding and schedule sensitive. Supply chains and materials for advanced batteries, fuel cells, and sound dampening technology are specialized and may require sustained investment. Or external sourcing. Cost and timeframe. Submarine programs require significant capital. Maintaining a stable budget, time frame, and workforce is crucial. Operational training and logistics of new platforms require new doctrines, maintenance regimes, and training pathways to realize their full combat potential. Turkey's submarine effort represents a rare example of simultaneous short-term capability injection and long-term industrial strategy. The delivery of the Reis-class submarine strengthens the existing fleet. MİLDEN promises a domestic submarine capable of missions that could alter regional maritime balances, and its stated nuclear aspiration underscore a long-term strategic vision. If Ankara can overcome technical hurdles and the cost curve, Turkey may soon be counted among a relatively small group of countries controlling advanced, domestically built underwater attack platforms that would transform their navies and defense industry footprint.